International Trade Fair was inaugurated today at the Bangladesh-China Friendship Exhibition Center at Purbachal, Rupganj, Narayanganj. Commerce advisor S.K. Bashiruddin inaugurated the fair. Speaking on the occasion, he said, the 30th edition of the DITF marks a milestone in the history of the country's trade and commerce, describing the fair as more than a mere product exhibition. The trade fair is a platform showcasing Bangladesh's new initiative, innovation and commercial development, he said. The commerce advisor also said Bangladesh has now become an important partner in global trade. He noted that the core objectives of organizing international trade fairs include export product development and diversification, entry into new international markets, market leakage, strengthening economic diplomacy, expanding international cooperation, improving the country's positive image abroad, and attracting foreign investment to achieve sustainable economic growth. The fair strengthens the country's brand image and helps create a positive perception of Bangladesh in the global arena, he added. 2 people were killed when a truck hit a motorcycle on the Borishal-Jhalokati highway at Rupatoli, Ukilbari in Borishal city earlier today. The accident occurred around 12:10 a.m. when the Jhalokati-bound goods-laden truck crashed into the motorcycle while they were heading towards Rupatoli bus terminal, leaving Russell dead on the spot and Jewel injured, said A.L. Mamunul Islam, officer in charge of Kotwali police station. The injury was taken to the Borishal Sher-e-Bangla Medical College and Hospital, where doctors declared him dead. Police seized the truck but could not arrest anyone as the driver managed to flee the scene. We are taking a short break. Please stay with us.
সারা দেশে লাখো মানুষের কঠোর কর্মতৎপরতা ও নিষ্ঠায় এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন 16 কোটি মানুষের হাতের নাগালে। দীর্ঘ 30 বছর ধরে বিশ্বস্ততা ও দ্রুততার সাথে সেবা দেওয়ায় গ্রাহক সেবায় এখন শীর্ষে। বাংলাদেশে গ্রাহক সেবার সাফল্যের পর এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন বিশ্ব বাণিজ্য কেন্দ্র সিঙ্গাপুরে। আপনার যে কোনো পণ্য সিঙ্গাপুর থেকে বাংলাদেশে বুকিংয়ের জন্য যোগাযোগ করুন। এসএ পরিবহন প্রাইভেট লিমিটেড, লজিস্টিক্স পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস, 22 রবার্টস লেন, সিঙ্গাপুর 218302। ফোন 0065 629 24900।
Welcome back. You're watching SATV News. Now news from abroad. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, who according to the US President has been captured, welcomed Chinese government special envoy Qin Xiaoqiao on Friday to Miraflores Palace, highlighting the nation's close tie. The meeting was attended by key Venezuelan officials, including Executive Vice President Delcy Rodriguez and Foreign Minister Yevan Gil, alongside a technical and diplomatic delegation from China. The visit is expected to focus on reviewing over 600 existing bilateral agreements. In late December, China's foreign ministry said the United States' seizure of another country's ship was a serious violation of international law after the U.S. intercepted a China-bound oil tanker off the Venezuelan coast, adding that China opposes all unilateral and illegal sanctions. Colombian President Gustavo Petro has called for the United Nations Security Council to convey immediately, saying Caracas have been bombed in a statement posted on X on Saturday. He also called for a meeting of the Organization of American States and said the unified command post had been activated in Cucuta on the Colombian border with Venezuela, and the operational plan is in place at the border. Pedro, who did not provide further information or indicate the source of his assertion, has repeatedly expressed opposition to the U.S. pressure campaign. The US has made a major military buildup in the region, including an aircraft carrier, warships and advanced fighter jets stationed in the Caribbean. Last week, Donald Trump said the United States had hit an area in Venezuela where boats are loaded with drugs, marking the first known time Washington has carried out land operation in Venezuela since the pressure campaign began. Meanwhile, Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel demanded action from the international community against what he called a criminal attack by the United States on Venezuela on Saturday. At least 2 people were killed and scores were injured after a Russian strike destroyed a 5-story apartment building in the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv on Friday. Authorities say the body of a 3-year-old boy was recovered from the rubble of the destroyed apartment building after the attack. The body of a woman was later also found, according to Kharkiv Governor Ole Senehubov. The attack also destroyed other civilian infrastructure, a shopping center and cars, local authorities said. At least 19 people were injured, including a 6-month-old baby. Authorities added 16 people were brought to hospitals for treatment. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has named military intelligence chief Kirill Budanov as his new chief of staff as Ukraine and the United States work on a 20-point plan that could end Russia's war. Ukraine needs greater focus on security issues, the development of the defense and security forces of Ukraine, as well as on the diplomatic track of negotiation, and the office of the president will primarily serve the fulfillment of these tasks of our state, Zelensky said on X on Friday. Kirill has specialized experience in these areas and sufficient strength to deliver results, he added. The new post for the head of the main Directorate of Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense was announced at a key moment in the nearly 4-year war with Russia after Zelensky announced on Wednesday about the United States' brokered deal to end the conflict was 90% ready. Budanov has been credited with a series of daring operations against Russia since it launched an all-out assault against Ukraine in 2022. A powerful earthquake shook southern Mexico on Friday morning, claiming 2 lives and causing damages in buildings. A woman died in Guerrero when her home collapsed due to the tremors, the state governor Evelyn Salgado said. Local media also reported that a 67-year-old man died in Mexico City while going down the stairs as he tried to evacuate his apartment building. The 6.5 magnitude quake struck near the Pacific coast in Guerrero, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. As of midday, Mexico's seismological service registered 420 aftershocks, the strongest of which was a magnitude 4.7. Authorities reported landslide over highways, gas leaks, and damage to homes, public buildings, and hospitals around Guerrero State. Yemen's southern separatist movement said on Friday it aims to hold a referendum on independence from the north in 2 years following its seizure of swaths of the country last month in a move that triggered a major feud between Gulf powers. The announcement comes as the Saudi-backed internationally recognized government moved to recapture the crucial region of Hadramaut from the STC, which is backed by the United Arab Emirates. The STC's sudden seizure of swaths of southern and eastern Yemen from the government in early December revealed a bitter rift between Saudi Arabia and the UAE and caused a major fracture in the coalition fighting the Iran ally Houthi movement, which holds Yemen's capital Sana'a and the heavily populated northwest. Earlier on Friday, the Hadramaut governor under the internationally recognized government said he had launched a peaceful operation to restore control over the area. At least 9 people have died and more than 200 have been hospitalized in the central Indian city of Indore after a diarrhea outbreak that officials said was linked to contaminated drinking water, according to a lawmaker and local health authorities. According to Indore's chief medical officer, Madhav Prasad Hassani, drinking water in the Bhagiratpur area of the city was contaminated due to a leak, and water tests had confirmed the presence of bacteria in the pipeline. The district administration officer said authorities had deployed teams of doctors for door-to-door screening and were distributing chlorine tablets to help purify water. Before ending, go to the headlines again. US strikes Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro captured and flown out of the country, claims Donald Trump. No foreign pressure on upcoming elections, says foreign advisor. Government committed to bring Osman Hadi's killers to book. And 38th Dhaka International Trade Fair kicks off today. Commerce advisor inaugurated the fair. You're updated with the top stories so far here on SATV. And to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.